All right, so Jordan just made it to the Arab Cup final yesterday. Knocked out Saudi Arabia in the semifinal. Now they're going to play Morocco, who beat UAE on the other side of the bracket. Super exciting, but there's actually a lot of history going into this. Recent history, but history. This is Jordan's third attempt to win a title in Qatar. This is the third final they've made while playing a tournament in this country. Both of the other times, we lost to the host nation, Qatar. Now, Qatar was terrible in this tournament, so they didn't even make it out their group. So we have a completely different opponent in this final, but it's still hosted in Qatar, so it's still relevant. Can we exercise the ghost of losing finals in Doha? You know what I'm saying? Let me take you back to the 2014 West Asian Football Federation Championship. Relatively small tournament in the grand scale of things, but I mean, a tournament's a tournament. You still want to win stuff. And for a team like Jordan, who haven't won silverware since the 90s, we haven't won the Arab Cup before. Definitely not the Asian Cup, of course, even though we got close that last time. But, you know, for a country like Jordan, we don't have the funding of the Gulf states, and we don't have the history of amazing player development like North Africa does. So just winning anything is awesome. You know what I mean? It's a cause for celebration. So 2014, Jordan makes it to the final of that WAFF championship. We get out of a group with Kuwait and Lebanon. We take out the flag homework copying buddies of Qatar, which is Bahrain. But then their big bro Qatar took us out in the final, as we were defeated fairly convincingly. So Jordan's hope of winning their first silverware since the 90s was dashed on that night. Now, about 10 years later, AFC Asian Cup taking place in Qatar on a generational run in that tournament. This time around, we're actually not that impressive in the group stage. We got out as a third place team. Bahrain actually got their get back on us in that group. In the knockout stages, in this tournament, just like the Arab Cup this year, we had to take out our brothers, Iraq, in the first round of the knockout stage. We barely get by that year's surprising dark horses, Tajikistan, and then we beat South Korea, long considered footballing royalty in Asia, one of the best teams. Heung-min Son on the other side. But then in the final, we are put to the sword in very controversial fashion. 3 penalties for Qatar. Jordanians are still pressed about it to this day. A lot of Arabs believe that shit was bought and paid for. You know what I'm saying? Got no evidence other than, you know, it was a fishy game. Yeah, that was about 2.5 years ago. We're pissed. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to get our get back on Qatar specifically. This is still another important tournament, important to us at least, hosted in Qatar. We got Morocco on the other end, and while Morocco doesn't have their best guys, they were still good enough to get to the final, as you can see. Plus, it's Morocco. Arguably, in terms of talent, maybe the strongest team in the Arab-speaking world. Algerians and Tunisians will, you know, have a lot to say about that. So if any of you guys are watching, my bad, I'm sorry. You know, at this current moment, I feel like Morocco is in the best place. Consider, you know, obviously their last World Cup run, generational, incredible. They've had a bunch of their clubs win continental titles in Africa. Even their women's program is doing really well. And I mean, even before this recent success, they've had incredible players born in Morocco, or they've sent incredible players from their league to European leagues, etc., etc. But this isn't a full-strength Morocco team. It's Morocco. Okay, so this is gonna be difficult. Also, I got a friend of mine. Gonna link his TikTok in the description. He's half Moroccan, half Iraqi. So my people have already had to take out one side of his heritage. Now we got the other. It's gonna be an awkward conversation. It's gonna be like that meme with the guy crying, like pointing a gun. That's gonna be him. Anyway, take care, y'all.
الوارد فاتح يا زارعين الورد الوارد فاتح فتحوا ما شاء الله والويل فراوح